In this video, we will get a little extra practice with factoring. When factoring a polynomial expression, it often helps to factor out any factors that all terms in the polynomial share. Let's look at a couple examples of this. So let's look at the polynomial expression 2x squared plus 8x plus 6. Let's assume we want to write this in factored form. So just looking at this polynomial expression, you'll probably notice that all of the coefficients are even, which means that we can factor out a 2 from each of those terms. And therefore, we can rewrite this as 2 times some polynomial expression. If we factor out a 2 from 2x squared, we're left with x squared. If we factor out a 2 from 8x, we're left with 4x. And if we factor out a 2 from 6, we're left with 3. So we can rewrite that original polynomial expression as 2 times x squared plus 4x plus 3. Okay, so this polynomial expression right here is actually easier for us to factor than the original one. So if we take that and do a little side work over here, x squared plus 4x plus 3, if we want to factor that, we can rewrite it as x plus some number times x plus some other number. And those two numbers have to multiply together to give us 3 and add together to give us 4. So if you think about that a little bit, multiply to give us 3, 3 and 1 will do that, and then do they add together to give us 4? And yes, they do. So we can rewrite that as x plus 3 and x plus 1. So if we go back to our original work over here, we can rewrite this as 2 times x plus 3 times x plus 1. All we did was factor this polynomial expression instead of the original. And therefore, our original polynomial expression can be written in factored form as 2 times x plus 3 times x plus 1. Let's do one more example. So let's look at the polynomial expression 5x cubed plus 35x squared plus 50x. So 5x cubed plus 35x squared plus 50x. Well, let's start by factoring out any terms that occur in all of these three terms. So each one of these is a multiple of 5. The coefficients are each a multiple of 5, so we can factor out a 5. And then each one of the terms also have at least one x in there. So we can rewrite this as 5x times some polynomial expression. We can factor out a 5x. If we factor out a 5x from 5x cubed, we're left with x squared. A 5x from 35x squared will leave us with 7x. And then a 5x factored out of 50x just gives us plus 10. Okay, so this x squared plus 7x plus 10, that's an easier polynomial expression for us to factor. So what two numbers multiply to give us 10 and add to give us 7? And that's going to be 5 and 2. So we can rewrite this guy as x plus 5 times x plus 2, and we need to make sure to put our 5x in there. So 5x cubed plus 35x squared plus 50x, our original polynomial expression, can be rewritten in factored form as 5x times x plus 5 times x plus 2. So factoring out that 5x at the beginning makes our life a little easier when we try to write this in factored form.